This is the percentage of US teens that own or can get their hands on a smartphone. And nearly half of all teens claim they use the internet almost constantly. The digital age brings some new challenges for parents who want to keep their kids safe and prevent unwanted content from showing up on their screens. In the case of smartphones, this all comes down to apps. New apps are being developed all the time, and even apps we've known for a long time will introduce new features. So to help understand how smartphones are being used by youth today, we need to look at the different types of apps. Among the most popular are messaging apps. These often act as free alternatives to text messages sent over regular phone plans. Sometimes users will download these apps to keep their conversations private and allow them to more easily swap photos and videos with other people. Social media apps are commonplace among nearly all smartphone users. However, many of these networks contain adult material not far removed from popular content. Some of these apps are popular places for cyberbullying, and others allow private photo sharing between strangers. Speaking of photos, many apps are devoted entirely to photo and video sharing. Some even have the capability for live streaming. Unfortunately, many of these platforms have no content filters or privacy settings, and there are a few popular apps where strangers can chat using a live video feed. Dating apps have moved into the mainstream, even among younger students. The most common format is to create a profile and see how the app's algorithms match you to someone else. In many cases, it's possible for users to create anonymous or misleading profiles. The whole idea is to eventually meet up with people you meet online through the app. To make things all the more complicated, there are some apps that are specifically designed to hide things, including photos, message conversations, or even entire applications. If someone wants to hide something, there are apps and phone hacks that will help them achieve this. It's important to keep in mind that most applications are not specifically designed to be used for questionable purposes. The best way to keep kids safe and prevent unwanted content from reaching their screen is to monitor how they use their devices. Here's how this can be accomplished. Check the age ratings for all applications. Make sure the parental controls and privacy settings on your child's device match your expectations. On most phones, you can keep these settings password protected. You can also ensure your parental password is required for downloading or deleting apps. Remember that as parents, you own your child's device. Know your child's social media logins and passwords. You don't need to keep track of every interaction, but you can at least check in from time to time to make sure there are no red flags. Ultimately, the best tactic for keeping your kids safe is to have open and frequent communication. Have your child explain what they enjoy doing online, and share your concerns and expectations. As you keep track of your child's online behavior, you may be asked, "Why don't you trust me?" The issue of internet and smartphone safety is not about your trust in your child, but a concern about those who use the internet and smartphone apps for nefarious purposes.